So I'm gonna start now. Oh great, I already started. It's recording now, but we can we can cut that bit.
Yeah.
Cool. You ready? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So welcome back to Championship Rounds YouTube channel. I'm here today with my good friend Sonny. The
You're not introducing a boxer, man. You're just introducing me in it.
Okay, welcome back to the Championship Rounds YouTube channel. I'm here with my good friend Sonny, and we're going to be going through the 2020 rounder and then some stuff that we want to see in 2021. So, Sonny, you got any words?
Yeah. Oh, thanks for having me on, man. I've been watching the channel for years. Even though... Nah, but yo, it's sick to be on here. I'm probably more like a casual fan. You obviously know a lot more, so from a casual's point of view, they probably relate to me a bit more. But it'll be interesting to see who we've got in it as for the winners of each of these categories going forward. So that'll be sick.
How do you feel to be on such a big channel with so many views?
I'm nervous, mate. I'm very, very nervous. This is what Boris must feel like when he stands in front of the nation.
Yeah, it's kind of this video is kind of like an award ceremony. So, where's your suit, basically?
You didn't tell me. I would have wore it. I would have wore the suit, man.
Oh, okay.
Suit's ready all the time.
Okay. All right, cool. Might as well go straight into it. So, the first category I've got on my list is the Breakthrough Fighter of the Year.
Do you want me to tell you who I've got? If you don't have the same person, I'm to end this call right now.
Nah. Well, I've got two, but I've got one winner, but I had two on my list that I was picking from.
All right, go on. Tell me who both yours are then, and then I'll tell you.
Okay, so my two were Hamzat and Kevin Holland, but I picked Kevin Holland.
Did you? No. I think, mate, Hamzat. It has to be Hamzat Chimaev.
Do you know my reasoning on that is Hamzat, yeah. Okay, he's won 3 times and he's KO'd like everyone, but he hasn't fought no one. Kevin Holland just finished Souza off his back, ranked top 5.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a solid point. But I think with Hamzat, especially this year, how it's been stay ready. And the guy just didn't even want to leave Fight Island. So and he's bouncing between weight classes as well. He's all over the shop.
But going back to the stats, because I've done my research, Kevin Holland's fought 5 times in 2020. Hamzat's fought 3. But Hamzat has got the quickest turnaround.
Yeah, I think Hamzat has obviously got like a bigger show out of it all as well, because obviously he's dominated so much. But I'm happy to go with Kevin Holland. That's a solid choice, to be fair.
Yeah. But I'd say Hamzat as well. He would have fought 4 times, but obviously he got COVID. So he would have. Was it? No, that's January. That was January.
Yeah. Well, no, the fight was originally a December card, wasn't it, with Leon Edwards?
And then they pushed
it. Edwards pulled out.
Oh, okay, yeah. So to be fair,
he pulled out the first time, and now Chimaev's pulled out this time.
Okay. But I'd say Holland's beat the better people. I'm
happy to go with Kevin Holland, yeah.
Okay, cool. Next round, I've got Round of the Year. I've also got 2 for that, but I definitely have my favourite. But you go ahead with this one.
Yeah, there was a couple, but I ended up going with Poirier versus Hooker, round 2. That was a war.
Yeah.
Absolute war.
Yeah.
For a casual fan, if you just want to watch 2 guys just slogging it out, that is the one.
Yeah. No, I think that because I think Hooker was almost finished Poirier at the end as well.
Almost.
Just taking bare shots.
Dustin took a lot of damage in that round, yeah. And the way he come back in the later rounds, mad.
But he still gave Hooker some good shots in that round, so it's kind of even. But Hooker just took the end of it. Yeah. The other one that I had was Figueiredo versus Moreno, kind of a recent one.
Yeah, that was a war, absolute war.
So,
I'm gonna have to give Poirier Hooker on that.
I agree with that. Yeah. Cool. I think Poirier's had a good year. I've got him in a few other things, so So
interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so best male fighter of the year. This was kind of hard, to be fair, because
this was tough.
There's been some good fighters, but they haven't been active because of the year that it's been. So
it's a tough year. the person I went with is Izzy for this, just because of the way he dismantled, obviously Ramiro and Costa, and those two are beasts.
Yeah,
Like when them two fought each other, everyone was like, they're the two guys in the division no one wants to fight.
yeah.
And he made Ramiro look shit, and I think with Costa he just nullified him completely.
Made him look even worse.
What a performance! I had to go with Izzy, and then he just fucking shagged him at the end of the fight as well.
Bonus points.
Yeah, that took it for me. That would it.
No, but I had someone different, and I don't think you're gonna agree with that because I don't think you're a big fan of the lower weight classes. But I had Figueiredo.
Yeah, I know. I thought, to be fair, when I was thinking about it, I was thinking about Figueiredo, and then I was thinking about Jan at light heavyweight as well.
Yeah, Blakovic.
Yeah, there was a few contenders I had, but I just went for Izzy, and now he's dominated that division, and he's going to move up to light heavyweight, and I think he'll still dominate as well.
Yeah, I agree. The reason I had for Figueiredo was because he had 4 wins versus Izzy's 2, and he fought Benavides twice. Then he tapped out Perez. But the only thing that I say that Izzy was more dominant because obviously his last one was a draw. So you could say, yeah, to be fair, I'm happy to go with Izzy because he dominated. Whereas Figueiredo, they're both champions, but Figueiredo ended with a draw.
Yeah, they both had great years, but I'm gonna have to stick with my guns on that one. I'd go with Izzy. Yeah,
100%. Okay, cool. Fight of the year.
There's been some good fights this year.
I've only got 2.
The one I went for, I didn't actually watch at the time. I woke up in the morning and I just seen these 2 girls' faces plastered all over Twitter.
All over Grab.
I had to go for Wei Li versus Joanna. I had to go for it. Joanna looked like E.T.
Yeah.
Like E.T., bro. I saw their faces on Twitter the next morning. I was like, shit, what's happened in that fight? Watched it back. And it wasn't even like they were battling, but it was like a low skill level. It was high skill level, spinning elbows, everything. Oh, that was a war. I've gone for that as fight of the year.
I mean, like, you've got Joanna, who's like a Muay Thai champion, and then you've got Wei Li, who's just a beast, who fought basically a Muay Thai, 5-round boxing Muay Thai, basically.
So tough. No, yeah, I'd have to go with that. I'll be honest, it's not even a sexist thing or anything. I just don't watch that many women's fights, but watching that one back, I just thought, wow. Like,
if you don't watch many women's fights, you're going to struggle with the best female fighter of the year.
I haven't got one. To be fair, both of them, in that fight, absolutely solid. I wouldn't want to fight either of them.
Nah,
so,
he's a beast, man. I don't see anyone really. I don't know anyone. Could anyone beat her? Do you think Rose could beat her?
I don't know, man.
Because Rose beat Joanna twice.
Yeah. I think it's the whole styles make fights, isn't it?
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Wei Li. That was my choice. Wei Li, Joanna. Who did you have?
I had Wei Li and Joanna. That was one of them. But then I also had Hooker Poirier.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. But then I gave them the round of the year, so I didn't want to give them fight of the year as well.
Yeah. Okay then. Yeah, because of that reason, they're basically the same sort of intensity, same sort of fight. So I think because Hooker and Poirier won round of the year, we'll give this one to you.
Yeah. Let's do that.
But okay, so on the topic of female fighters, I'll take the best female fighter then. It was between 2 people really, Shevchenko, who's the title holder, and Mackenzie Dern. And then just my reasoning on that was I chose Shevchenko because she's obviously the champion, dominant champion. She dominates everyone in that division. Her last fight, the other girl won 1 round, and it was like a massive thing. So people were like saying, like to win 1 round against Shevchenko is a massive deal. So it just shows the dominance.
Is there talk of her moving up to bantamweight and then fighting Amanda?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if she's fought Amanda before though.
Okay. Like I said, I'm a complete casual when it comes to women's fights, man. I don't know much. So
cool. Move on anyway. Cool. This one I only had one answer for this one, yeah, and this is shock of the year.
Nah, but I think we've gone for different reasons, you know.
For this one?
Yeah, because
it might be the same.
The shock of the year I went for was Holloway versus Volkanovski 2. And
Okay.
the reason I went for that is because when the fight ended, no one thought Volkanovski's hand was getting raised.
Yeah.
I remember there was a lot of fighters tweeting as well at the time saying that, yeah, Holloway had been robbed in that fight. So that's why I went for shock of the year. I couldn't really think of any other big shocks this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, there was the Ferguson Gaethje, because Gaethje just, is that what you went for?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna, no one's made Ferguson look like that before, so
it's just a story for me of that one, like Ferguson undefeated in like 10 years. It's like 8-9 fight winning streak. And then everyone thought, oh, Ferguson's going to run through this guy, they line up the Khabib fight. But then Gaethje just battered him. And I don't think anyone expected anyone to beat Ferguson up that bad. Like, it's never been done.
I've got Gaethje for another award later on. So, but,
yeah.
I would the Tony and Gaethje fight. I don't think anyone expected Gaethje to put on a performance like that. We've seen him against Poirier, and he loses his head, but the way he fought in that, he was so composed throughout the whole fight, and he stuck to the game plan. Trevor Whitman drilled it into him, and he was clinical. Absolutely tore Tony apart. There was one point in that whole fight where you thought, "Oh, you know that uppercut? I think it's end of the second round."
Yeah.
End of the second round, Tony landed that uppercut, and you're like, shit, the bell saved him there.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was absolutely faultless performance.
Yeah. Who was your pick? I can't remember.
Holloway, Volkanovski.
Yeah, because I was my point on that was, I think Masvidal was fighting Thingy that night, wasn't he? Usman.
Yeah.
Even I've seen a video of Masvidal in the back. He's watching it and he's like, "Oh, Holloway won that. Holloway won that." Then he walks out and fights himself.
Because Holloway got it was either it was the end of the first, I think. Holloway head kicked him and he knocked him down.
Yeah.
And Holloway second round very comfortable again. Yeah. It was a later rounds where Volkanovski took him down a couple of times, but there was no real purpose of it on the ground. It was a takedown just for takedown's sake.
Yeah.
You know what the judges are like, man. So yeah.
I think that a takedown should only be like a lot of dominance on if they hold the guy down for a good I
agree.
Seconds. If they just get the straight back up, it doesn't matter.
He didn't stay down, so I just thought it's a bit of a pointless takedown. But the judges must have scored it, and who fuck knows what the judges think, man, when they're scoring anyway. So
do you think that Holloway will get, if he beats Keita? Do you reckon they'll give him a third or not, or do you reckon he's a bit stuck? I
think Dana wants to run it back, but I don't think Volkanovski wants to keep running that fight back because it's like how many times are you going to be let off? Yeah. The first fight was very close, but you could say Volkanovski won. Second fight, I had Holloway winning clearly. Yeah. And then third fight, who knows? But yeah, them two are a good match. It's like they're matched up really well.
But do you reckon it will still sell, like being a third time? You think people want to see that one again?
Yeah, because people want, even now, people will still think of Holloway as a featherweight champ.
Yeah.
Now think that he's being robbed, and they want his redemption. So I think that fight will sell no matter what. And Holloway's a star, man. He's got fans. He's got big support. Yeah. And this year, I don't know if you've been following too much, but he's been on Twitch, like he's like been gaming a lot and stuff. So he'll bring fans over from there. So I think, he'll get numbers. Yeah.
No, he's a popular fighter. But I'm happy to go with that one. To be fair.
That was a big shock for me. I remember watching it and I was pissed.
You're a big Holloway fan then?
Yeah, I love Holloway, man. He's just a cool guy, man. When he calls out Daniel Cormier for like the deadest on the planet, man.
His kid's funny as well. Have you seen him in the crowd? Starts like okay, cool. Move on from that one. But yeah, cool. Holloway versus Volkanovski 2 for the shock of the year. And totally opposite side of the spectrum now is performance of the year.
There's one clear one for me. I said this earlier, Gaethje versus Tony, man.
Yeah. Okay. I've actually got two, and they're both different.
Go on then, let's hear them.
I've got Izzy versus Costa because of the reasons mentioned earlier. Thinking Costa's a beast. Izzy, what's Izzy gonna do? And he just literally killed him in the second round. Not even close. The other one had Khabib Gaethje.
Yeah, Khabib Gaethje I've got for another one. That performance was just mental. But
Yeah, I think for me that one is that because people are saying, "Oh, Gaethje's got the wrestling to counteract Khabib, and he's gonna I don't know like outstrike him." And the other thing, the second thing to that is that Khabib didn't put he didn't put armbar on him. He put a choke on him because he didn't want to break his arm in front of his parents.
fam, you're ruining my other awards. Why are you saying this? Nah, but I'm happy. Yeah, Khabib showed his dominance in that fight. Like, no, everyone gassed up. Obviously, Gaethje. You don't even need to gas up. Gaethje is a solid wrestler. Like his resume shows that high-level college wrestler. He's trained with Usman as well before, who's a great wrestler. But Khabib just showed he's different level to these guys. He's something else, that guy.
Yeah. So we've got 3 there. So what do you reckon?
I'm happy to go with the Khabib Gaethje. I'm happy.
Yeah. Nah, I think he's. Do you reckon he'll come back while he's done?
With Khabib, he's the kind of guy, man, that like will stick to his word, man. So I think he's done. I think he mentioned. I think he mentioned to the media that the winner of Poirier versus McGregor should get the title.
Yeah. I don't know. I agree with that.
But then, how long do you wait before you strip him of it?
Yeah. But why they could have done something like the winner of Poirier and McGregor fight the winner of Chandler and Hooker.
Yeah, basically like a mini tournament.
Yeah. Or like get Oliveira in the mix as well after his win against Tony.
Yeah, he deserves to be in that conversation, man. That was a. I don't know about Tony, man. I feel bad for the guy. I love the guy, but I was thinking he's done, man.
But the thing is, it's like how in UFC like how stuff can change so fast. He was at the top, and then now within 2 fights, he's like not even in the conversation for the title.
Crazy,
but he was that guy that was going to beat Khabib.
He took a lot of damage in that Gaethje fight though as well. So yeah, it's a weird one, man. I just don't see. I just don't see him, man, coming back. As I want him to obviously perform because he's so weird sometimes. And he just brings like this crazy energy when he talks about like fucking turning. Can't even speak, man. Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles and shit. Like, yeah, that's what I mean. Like you want him. He's a character, but
yeah, he's a character.
I think Dana thinks of him as a bit of a liability as well, man. I think Dana wouldn't mind seeing the back of him, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he did have some issues outside of the cage with like a few years ago on some like was it like domestic abuse or something like that. But
we don't need to talk. We don't need to go into that.
Yeah. Keep it lighthearted. But now that was the reason that I was saying no. Dana doesn't want to maybe get one rid of him because he might have some issues outside of the cage and bring like that negative.
Yeah, but he's not fucking Mike Perry though. Mike Perry's and
he's
one of those guys you don't want anywhere near it.
Yeah. But you know what? Tony's still got a fan base. So anything under a YouTube video about Tony. Tony's the type of guy. Tony's the
big fan base. He's got a big fan base. Isn't it?
It'd be a shame to let him go, but yeah, if he's not performing, then what can you do?
Yeah, back to the award anyway, man. I think it has to be, man, Khabib Gaethje.
Okay, cool. All right then. Submission of the year.
Yeah, I was gonna say Khabib Gaethje. But the reason I was gonna say it because if any other fighter said I didn't armbar him because I didn't want to snap his arm in front of his family, I wouldn't believe him. But because Khabib said it, I believe him, man. Yeah. The guy is he's so skillful as well, man. The way he set that choke up and transitioned so quickly as well. Yeah. I had to give him submission of the year. I had to give it him.
Yeah, and I think that the other thing is, for me, is that he had a broken toe going into that. And, okay, like, he might have gassed it, but do you know when he puts that triangle on, you can see he's in pain because he switches it. And he gets his toe caught in the fence.
He's wincing. You can tell from his face. Yeah. You can tell.
So for him to even like think about that while he's got a broken toe, you think I just want to finish the fight.
What a guy, yeah.
I mean, the only other one that I had was the Sterling one against Sandhagen. You know, in the first round.
No, I don't know what one that is.
That was Aljamain Sterling's one in the first round, and there was another one called from a girl called Lipsky. It was just a weird like calf slicer sort of. It was like a weird one. That's why it's on the list. But I don't think there's been that many good submissions this year, to be honest.
I tried thinking back. I couldn't think of any that stood out in particular, but the Khabib one stuck in my head just because, firstly, getting him to the ground when his takedown defense is so good, transitioning into that choke, even though you can clearly tell he was in pain when he's transitioning into it, and lights out, man.
Yeah. I don't think there's any other like top submissions in that. There's, obviously, we've got like the guillotines and stuff, but we see them all the time. So that triangle was different as well because he sort of, it was like inverted, like pulled him onto him sort of thing. But move on to that one, to the KO of the year.
Well, has no love, man. There's
has to be no love, man.
There was a couple because obviously, we've had some good knockouts. Like the Buckley spinning kick.
That was one on the list,
ridiculous, obviously. What else did I think of? Sean O'Malley.
O'Malley one,
yeah, that one. But the Cody one, literally just on the bell, boom, looks and walks off. That was sick. I
think the other thing is Cody was coming into that fight on a 3-fight losing streak against a Sun Sao who's like top 2 or 3, defo top 5 in that division. Like he's beat Dillashaw, Sun Sao. So like to get a KO on a Sun Sao who's like technically amazing, and to get it just before the buzzer on a 3-fight losing streak, like I think that revived his career.
That's the thing, though. Everyone knows, like, Cody's got hands. Like, that's like everyone knows that, but it's his temperament that loses in fights, isn't it? Like me and you have spoken about this so many times. If he could bottle his emotions and stick to a game plan, he'd be unstoppable. The guy has got fast hands, and he's got a lot of power in them as well, especially for that division. But that knockout was incredible, man. Sick knockout.
I was looking at the Sean O'Malley one. I don't know. I didn't rate it that much. I don't know.
The build up to the knockout was very sloppy, wasn't it?
Yeah, like
a couple of strikes before he loses his balance.
Yeah.
And then obviously, even with the knockout, it's not even like he had to get through a guard to knock him. There was no guard there. He just went straight like a piston, knock him out.
And the opponent wasn't ranked or anything as well. So I feel like for no love, like, for a ranked opponent to KO you. Do you reckon that he should stay at that weight or go down to fight Figueiredo for the flyweight title, or stay? Is it bantamweight fights up?
Yeah. Would he be able to make that weight though?
He wants to. That was in the works at one point. Then he got COVID. But he wants to go down and fight for that shot. But
then
I think he could beat Figueiredo, but he might get too drained.
Yeah, unless he gets on the phone to TJ and gets some of this shit.
You know what? He's coming back though after his suspension.
Yeah, he's back next year. So it'll be interesting to see if Dana throws him right back into title contention or makes him build up again. Yeah,
I think Jan's beatable as a champion.
That's an interesting division though. Once TJ's back in as well.
I don't know if Cody will fight TJ, because you could say that those 2 losses that TJ beat him, was he on EPO then?
Yeah, I don't know, man. If USADA will go back and I don't think they'll do old fights and stuff like that. So,
but those that always has a good rivalry to it. 2 training partners.
Yeah, they hate each other, man. Yeah. But that's why Cody fucked up in those fights as well. He's let his emotions get the better of him in those 2 fights, man.
And the one after against Munoz, he lost it again.
Yeah.
If he can keep his cool.
He gets drawn into the scrap, man, where he's got the technique and he's got the hands to pick off opponents, but he just loves to get in that scrap. He's too hot-headed.
Yeah. I mean, the fight against Dominic Cruz, probably one of the best dominant championship performances.
And Cruz
as well.
Cruz was mad as well. Like the way he come out, he just nullified him, man. Yeah, Dominic Cruz's technique's so weird as well, but I've got that fight somewhere. Oh no, I had that. Going back now, we might as well chat about it. The shock of the year, I had Cruz versus Cejudo as well.
You thought Cruz was going to win?
I thought Cruz. It was a tough fight to call, but obviously because Cruz had been out for a long time, but I didn't think it was going to stop in that fashion. It was a bit of an early stoppage, maybe some people say, like, but yeah, the way Cejudo went after him, I just didn't think that. It was the leg kicks, in it, man. I think the leg kicks at the start of the fight.
Yeah.
Cruz, yeah, he couldn't get his rhythm, man. Cruz gets that weird rhythm.
Yeah. Now Cruz is a unique fighter, but he's always got injuries, always stuff wrong with him. So, like, to get healthy is hard, and then to take those kicks as well. I don't know.
Weird. The guy's a sick commentator, man. He doesn't need to fight. He should just secure that bag through commentating. He's clued up, man. He said he said weird comments before, but overall he's a good commentator.
The McGregor one. He's gassing himself out. Yeah.
When he's like, yeah, he's letting Khabib take him down to gas Khabib out, right? No, he's fucking not.
But I was final point on that was I had no final point on that.
That's a good final point.
So okay, Cody.
Final point is, I think you should fight at strawweight.
Well, I'm cutting at the moment, so you never know. I think I might call out certain fellas. The strawweight, you know.
Call out Whaley next year. I reckon you'd have a good fight, man.
Yeah, man. I don't want no sport with Whaley.
Fuck that.
But okay, cool. Happy with that one, yeah? To move on.
Yeah.
So the final thing then is our top 3 fights we want to see in 2021.
Yo, I got 2, but I could think of a million fights I want to see. But
I've got 3.
I'll give you one, and then you give me one. My top of my list. Yeah. Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal.
Number one for me. What have you?
2 little BFFLs from before just going at it, man.
Yeah.
Imagine the press conferences,
man. They hate each other. So if anyone doesn't know, they used to be training partners. They used to live together, best friends. And then Colby just started talking shit about everyone. Talk shit about Masvidal. Told him he's a journeyman, this and that. And then obviously we know Masvidal ain't going to take that. So it's on when they see. And Masvidal went looking for him at the gym, looking for him at the restaurants. So I don't know, man. It's got to happen.
Yo, the thing is that Colby's done so well to rebrand this whole situation, because he was very close to being cut from the UFC, man. Very close.
Yeah.
So it's worked, but I think the one reason that... Sorry, you go, man.
No, I was just going to say, that's the conspiracy, though. Do you think that Masvidal knows it's just an act and he won't fight him because they're still secretly friends?
Nah, I don't fuck.
You don't think so? He's too deep.
Nah, Masvidal, I don't think that's fake beef, no.
Yeah, okay.
But the thing that's made me put that at the top of my list is seeing how Masvidal performed against Usman on 6 days' notice. Yeah. His takedown defense was sick.
Yeah, got up, kept getting up. Took him a while, but obviously because his gas tank wasn't there, but he still got up.
Imagine him having that fire in his belly every morning as well, training for that Kobe fight. I reckon, that would be. I think that's a fight of the year contender, so it had to be top of my list.
Yeah, the press conferences would be mad.
Mad.
Something's gonna happen in those, something's gonna happen. But I feel like Masvidal as well with that Usman fight, he did cut a lot of weight. Like I've seen a video of his weight cut and he's proper struggling, so he had that to deal with as well. But yeah, I feel like full camp. I feel like he could even beat Usman on a good day.
Potentially. Usman is he's a different breed, isn't he, man? He's got everything.
Yeah, he's got everything. Okay, then so we've got Masvidal versus Colby at the top of the list. My second one is John Jones versus Ngannou.
Really? I'll put John Jones versus Miocic.
I don't know. I just feel like Miocic, he'll probably might grind out Joe. It'd be a grinding for trying to it'd just be like a tiresome fight. But I feel like with Ngannou, someone's gonna go to sleep. It's gonna be a war. Yeah, and can Jones take the heavyweight power of Ngannou?
But I don't think he'll stand and trade with Ngannou.
You don't? Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying now. So you just think he'll take him down?
Whereas I think Stipe versus Jones, you're gonna get a striking battle, and Jones is so smart, and Miocic is a fucking class striker as well.
Yeah.
And then with your one as well, that it would be a good fight, but I think Francis has to get through Stipe first, and I don't. He couldn't do it, so I don't think he's gonna do it the second time.
Yeah. But do you think that the build up. I don't know. I just feel like has Stipe got the power that you think could John Jones be knocked out for the first time in his career? The only guy that could knock him out is Ngannou, but I hear what he's saying. It could be a very boring fight.
Those heavyweights punch hard, man.
Yeah.
For Miocic to drop fucking like DC and stuff, man, like yeah, he's got the punch power. I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon it'd be very interesting. I just think it'd be class striking battle, especially at heavyweight as well. You normally at heavyweight you just get these big punches thrown. Like you look at like Derek Lewis, Francis, and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that would be a real technical fight between two like very, very skillful fighters. I think that'd be a sick fight.
Okay. So the other one that I talked about it earlier, but it was the Cody versus Figueiredo. I wanted to see that one just because I'm a big fan of No Love. But just another one popped into my head. Would you rather see the Jones Stipe or the Jones Izzy fight?
Jones Izzy.
Just because of the beef.
Yeah, but I don't think we see that fight in 2021. I've literally written it down here on my phone as Jones / Izzy / Miocic, but I just don't think we see the Izzy fight. He's moving up to light heavyweight, and then Jones is moving up to heavyweight, and I just think for them two to fight next year, I can't see Jones wanting to come back down after he's built up that size.
Yeah, that's the thing. But if Izzy beats Blachowicz, then do you think that Izzy's going to be saying, "I've got your old belt, I've got your belt, whatever"?
He's definitely going to say it. But then Jones is going to come back with a whole, well, you waited for me to move up to the heavyweights.
Yeah.
For you to come and take my belt, so I don't give a shit. That's what I think he's gonna play.
But do you think it'll ever happen then if John stays at heavyweight? Because Izzy ain't gonna go to heavyweight. I don't think.
I think it will happen. Izzy won't go to heavyweight. Jones will eventually come back down. Yeah. I think Jones wants Jones. I don't know if he wants 2 fights, but I think Jones has 2 fights at heavyweight. Yeah. One Francis and one Stipe, and then I think he will come down and try and take that belt. But I don't think we see that. No. In 2021, unfortunately. Yeah. Maybe towards the back end of 2021, but I can't see Jones being active enough to have 2-3 fights in a year. I can't see it.
Yeah, he only fights really once. Yeah. Maybe twice, but yeah. I hear what you're saying. I think if he clears, realistically, there's only 2 contenders in the heavyweight division, Stipe and Ngannou. So if he clears them out, say, he's cleared the heavyweight division, the only fight is probably going to be Izzy. If Izzy's still on tearing everyone up at that weight. But there's some good fights at light heavyweight for Izzy as well. Like Dominic Reyes would be a really, really good one with Izzy.
Yeah, and if he dismantles him, that'll send out another message as well.
Because he almost beat Jones.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, if he makes him look shit, then everyone will be on Jones's case as well. Yeah. That'll be interesting. I didn't have one more fight, but I chuck in a curveball, man. Fucking Khabib versus GSP, innit?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, that's what I was kind of getting at earlier. If the only fight I think Khabib will come back for, and due because his dad wanted this fight, is GSP. But I don't think GSP wants it though. He doesn't seem. He's and fair play to him. He's like 38 now, 39. Yeah. So.
And I think Khabib wants that fight, but I just don't. Unfortunately, because of GSP's age, I just don't think Khabib will get that much out of the fight now. In terms of recognition from the public, anyway, or the fans, because a lot of people will be like, "Oh yeah, but it wasn't prime GSP. He's past it now." If he was to win anyway, so I don't know how beneficial that fight is for Khabib, but I think it's more of a legacy for it and for his father kind of thing. So. Yeah, let's just stick that one in as well, man. Yeah,
but I don't think it will happen.
I think that's probably about as likely as fucking Khabib and Tony was. That happened.